Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. It's a Monday and it's the final full week in the month of July because August hits us in the middle of next week. But today here on the channel, I'm going to preview another college football team's 2024 college football schedule as we continue to count down the days to the beginning of the 2024 college football season. And now that it's late July and week 0 is August 24th, it's just a little over a month away, calendar days wise, from August 24th. Today we're going to be talking about the West Virginia Mountaineers. And I'm going to tell you what I think their record will be this year. Their schedule starts out pretty tough, but as the season progresses, in my opinion, it gets much easier. They open up on August 31st at noon with the game against Penn State. September the 7th, they play Albany. September the 14th, they play Pittsburgh. That game will be at 3:30. Those two teams are arch rivals from the old Big East days. And then September 21st, they play Kansas. And then the last weekend in September is their first bye week of the year. They open up the month of October on the 5th against Oklahoma State. And then on October 12th, they play Iowa State. October 19th, Kansas State. And then they wrap up October on the 26th with the game against Arizona. They open up November, the first weekend, with their second off week of the season. November the 9th, Cincinnati. November 16th, Baylor. November 23rd, Central Florida. And Thanksgiving weekend, November 30th, wrapping up the regular season against Texas Tech. Now, Garrett Greene is, by all accounts, going to be their starting quarterback at least when the season begins. The backup will still be Nico Marshall. Those two guys were there last year. They kind of went back and forth early in the season on which one started what week because their offense just wasn't that good. But as the year progressed, their offense got better under Garrett Greene. So I think he'll be the quarterback again this year when the season starts. Now, Chad Scott is back for his second season as offensive coordinator. Last year, counting their bowl game, they went 9-4. And honestly, really, truly, West Virginia is one of those teams that, in my personal opinion, if they go 8-4, 9-3 every year, they're never going to fire their coach. If they can just be right above treading water and be consistently good, a little bit better than mediocre but not great, and just be respectable, and the games you lose, hang in there and be tough and don't get blown out by 30 points, but at least show up and be competitive and win 8 or 9 games a year, they're fine with that. But I believe they open up with Penn State with a loss. I think they'll beat Albany. I think they'll beat Pittsburgh. And I think they lose to Kansas. And I think they lose to Oklahoma State. They'll beat Iowa State. They'll lose to Kansas State. And I think that is their final loss of the season. After that, I think they beat Arizona, they beat Cincinnati, they beat Baylor, they beat Central Florida, and they beat Texas Tech. That'll put them at 6-3 in the Big 12, 8-4 overall with the non-conference loss to open up the season against Penn State. So if they do that, they're basically right on par with last season, the same team as last season. So no better, but no worse. And as I said, I think that's good enough. If they can just win 8 or 9 games a year, I think they'll keep their coaching staff forever because they're fine with that. They don't expect to be a top 5, top 10 team. Would they like it? Yes. But I don't think they're ever going to fire their coach if they go 8-4 or 9-3, unless their 4 losses are by a combined 250 points and their 8 wins are by a total of 20 points. Because then when you win, you're winning close, and when you lose, you're getting blown out. But I think as long as they're competitive in the games they lose, I think they're okay with 8-4, 9-3 every single year. Any thoughts on this? As always, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. If the lettuce display at the grocery store overturns, all I'm saying is heads are going to roll. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.